Evening. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. They're really expecting more people to drop in, but that's okay. I'm sure everybody has their own reasons. There are 31 people in this room, and we'll begin. We'll not really wait. Okay. Right. If there's anybody who's joined just right now, very good evening. Since this session will be followed by people on YouTube as well. My name is Avinash, and I am from Career Launcher. I teach the verbal section for CAT, GMAT, Clat, IPM, and other exams as well. We are going to discuss main idea in our first master class. I'm sure this has troubled a lot of you every now and then. Um, I think, Natik, are you present here today? Yes. Natik was in the waiting room. How many of you are frequently troubled by this question, main idea question? Mantika,
Sorry, sir.
Anoki, Shweta, almost everyone, Hannah. Otherwise, there's no point for us to conduct such sessions. And in the next 30 odd minutes, we'll try to figure out what we can do in order to ensure that we're able to attempt more questions. Remember, after we complete this session, a copy of this PDF will be sent to you. At the end of this PDF, you'll see in the last few pages, the last 10 pages, there are 10 passages, and each passage comes with a question. Hannah, do you see that each passage comes with a question? And the question remains the same. Which of the following is the main idea of the passage? I believe and I absolutely trust that when you focus entirely on one question at a time and you continue practicing these questions, there are better chances for you to excel at these questions individually. Remember, overall, we'll have to attempt questions together. So once we are done with these master classes, we'll put them all together and we'll try to attempt our mock tests um, with an even better accuracy. Are we ready? Yes? All right. A main idea question. What is it? It is the overall idea that you get from a passage, है ना? What the passage is about. उसका एक gist, उसका एक छोटा सा summary, उस summary को थोड़ा सा और summarize कर दोगे in about a sentence, you're going to get the main idea. अगर अगर देखा जाए, there are 3 or 4 questions that are very much related to the main idea question. एक हो जाता the summary, which is generally longer. The main idea is slightly shorter. The title of the passage is even shorter. How do you recognize main idea questions? बहुत simple है. Main idea क्या है? Primary purpose of the passage क्या है? which the following best summarizes the passage क्या है. But remember, these could actually be three totally different questions. ये तीनों questions अलग से एक ही passage में पूछा जा सकता है. So be careful. We are talking only about the main idea of the passage today. ठीक है ना? Yes, no? I'm sure everybody does it. You read the passage carefully, don't you? Yes,
Yes.
no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
बात है, झूठ बोल रहे हो. And why should we read the passage carefully? Simran?
Sir, as it's written to kind of get the overall message of the passage.
And if you read it carefully, then chances are you don't have to go back to the passage every time to look for the answer to the next question or the next one or the next one.
Yes,
है
sir.
ना? And when you're able to identify the main point, chances are you may be able to answer not just the main idea of the passage question, but also inference-related questions because they relate to the tone of the author. They relate to the author's perspective as well. So you see, that's called what two birds with the same stone or with a single stone?
Killing two birds with the same.
Killing two birds with the same stone. We'll move away from killing and we'll try to kill it, right? By understanding this session and making sure we are effectively using this session. Identify the main point. Once you've been able to identify the main point, कैसे पता करना? What is the author trying to convey? याद रखिए, अगर question हो जाता, what is the author's purpose? Then exactly what is the author trying to convey becomes the answer to what is the author's purpose. Every time you read an article, you must ensure that you're able to put the article in a few words. उससे क्या होता है? The retention is not a problem. So important है कि आप examples को side करो. Try to understand the core concept of the passage. If you're able to do that, you will not have to return to the passage every time. But आज एक separate session में मैंने observe किया. In fact, Mantika, your question was absolutely valid जब आपने कहा था कि economics से related article आपको कुछ नहीं समझ में आया. जब कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा तो how do you really react to such passages? How do you answer questions with a lot of assurance? Hannah? So my suggestion, Mantika, would be that you try to read more articles on economics if economics is the pain area. अगर आपको लगता है philosophy is going to be a pain in the neck, try to beat that. Try to read more about philosophy.
Yes, sir, I
Psychology,
will definitely.
science, physics, chemistry, computers,
There
AI.
are a lot of economic terms that I don't understand.
तो एक साथ सारे के सारे economic terms एक दिन पढ़ लेंगे, है ना? And remember, if you want to study or know more about economic terms, तो बस ये देखिए ना, in Investopedia, list of economic terms important for let's say यहाँ पे MBA कर देता हूँ, ठीक है ना? ये देखो, अब सब तो नहीं होगा, right? But then understanding bear market, understanding bankruptcy, balance sheet, है ना? Break even analysis, Brexit क्या है? आपके पैसेज में तो कितनी बार Brexit आया हुआ है ना? बजट क्या है? बजट डेफिसिट क्या है? वहीं से डेट फंडिंग आ जा गया था एक पैसेज में, correct? Anoki, you have a question?
Yes, Samri, could you please summarize and paraphrase an economics article from Eon?
Yes, we can do that, but do you want me to do this right now?
Not
First, you have to
about it
read
at the end of the
3,000
class or some other
words.
day.
Which sector are you from? Which center are you from?
62.
62. We'll definitely meet the coming week, Hannah.
So,
And let me try to do something for you there. Okay? And then it's important that we learn this. I've always stressed on this, the fourth point. Can you eliminate wrong or incorrect answer choices? How does it help you? It gives you more assurance. कैसे? तो एक बहुत simple math है. When you have 4 answer choices and you don't know the answer, you stand at a 25% probability of your answer being correct. है ना? Bear with me one moment. Dave, please take a look at the name of the session, and it should make it very clear. Huh?
Yes, sir.
The moment you're able to do what? Eliminate one answer choice, you move from a 25 to a 33% probability of your answer being correct. And when you eliminate the another answer choice, you move to a 50% probability of your answer being correct. And then you're left with two answer choices, one more elimination, and you're back in the game, right? एक छोटा सा explanation है about main idea. Able to see this? Imagine reading a passage about benefits of exercise. The passage might mention the benefits like improving A, B, and C. The main idea here is likely to be about what?
Overall benefits.
और चलिए हम क्या करते हैं, हम एक उसमें से पिक अगर कर लेते हैं, तो the answer is incorrect because it's a very narrow idea, है ना? और अगर तीन एग्जाम्पल्स लिखे और हम चौथा एग्जाम्पल लेके आ जाते हैं, तो the answer is incorrect because it's too broad and are not even mentioned in the passage. और अगर पैसेज में तीन बेनिफिट्स लिखे हैं, राइट, और हम क्या करते हैं, हम लिख देते हैं ओनली 3 बेनिफिट्स, तो आंसर क्यों इनकरेक्ट हो जाएगा? Because it's extreme. 3 does not mean only 3. Understand my point? नहीं?
Yes,
हाँ,
sir.
क्या बात है? देखो इनकरेक्ट चॉइसेस क्यों इनकरेक्ट होते हैं, इस पे we have more detail. Too narrow, too broad, out of context. Sudeshna, yes, your question?
Yes, sir. So I've read in like many articles that when we're doing main idea questions, we're supposed to choose the most overarching answer, right? But then right now, like you just said that we're supposed to eliminate the answer which is too broad. So how do we like differentiate between what is too broad and what is actually overarching and the correct answer?
Let me help you with that. Sudeshna, where are you from?
Sir, sector 62.
अच्छा, वैसे रहती कहाँ पे हैं आप?
Sir, Noida extension.
अच्छा, what is your month of birth?
October.
ठीक है, just because सुदेशना ने ये क्वेश्चन पूछा और मैं मेन आइडिया बनाता हूँ, girls especially from Noida who are born in the month of
October.
October are really good at answering main idea questions. Is it a little too broad?
Yes, sir.
है ना? Sudeshna is one example. मैंने उस example का type generate कर दिया. So the broader answer is never the answer. Getting my point? वो broad का meaning क्या हुआ?
Yes, sir.
जी. आगे बढ़ते हैं. Now, I've figured out 11 points here and I want to put them all on the same page. The answer choice could be too narrow, है ना? जैसे हमने देखा 3 points लिखे उसमें से एक ही mention है. Could it be a little too narrow? Let's say the passage mentions 3 benefits of exercising or diet. And one of the answer choices has only one benefit mentioned.
It would be too narrow for the option.
So narrow. Narrow का मतलब क्या हुआ? Fewer elements have been added. है ना? The answer choice is incorrect because it misses a few points too many. Too broad यानी कि XYZ points mentioned है. And TUVWXYZ mentioned there. Now, there are 35 people. You could all unanimously say yes, or somebody say no, so that I can try to explain this. Is this part clear? Why? an answer choice that is too broad must be eliminated.
Yes, sir.
Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
lovely. Incorrect scope or outer scope means
The
Something that's
options
not
which are not
possible based on
related
the
to the
passage.
yes, कभी कभी देखो ना ये too broad or too narrow ही हो जाता है. Let's say we are talking about animals, ठीक है ना? And you decide that you want to talk about um, flora and fauna. तो ये हो गया too broad, correct? If it's talking about cruelty to animals, now think about this. Take for instance, if it's talking about cruelty to animals, and you bring up a point called, let's say, related to cruelty to children. So cruelty and cruelty are matching, but then the scope of the passage is totally different from the scope of the answer choice. The first diagram that I gave to you is that of a broad answer choice, and the second one is about an out of scope answer choice. Now, out of context, let's say we're talking about cruelty to animals, ठीक है, and then suddenly in one of the answer choices, we might be discussing what could you give me an example about of an out of context answer choice? You're neither discussing cruelty nor are you discussing animals, but you still have an answer choice. तो वो क्या हो जाएगा? उसके स्कोप से ही रिलेटेड नहीं है ना, जहां पे ये वाला जो आंसर चॉइस है ना, चलो फॉर सम रीजन और द अदर थोड़ा सा ओवरलैप कर सकता है. दिस वन डज नॉट कनेक्ट, देयर इज नॉट इवन अ टैंजेंट हियर, ठीक है ना? तो ये वाला क्या हो गया? दिस इज आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट. ये वाला क्या हो गया? स्कोप आउट ऑफ स्कोप, स्कोप आउट ऑफ स्कोप, ठीक है ना? not really discussing the scope of the argument. अगर ये blue वाला line है तो it's too broad, और अगर ये red वाला line है तो it's too, red वाला circle है तो it's too narrow. Easy to understand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, the next point is contradictory. So if the author says yes and the answer choice says no, should you even think about it?
No.
No, sir.
पता है ना? देखो, you agree with all of them, लेकिन question जब करते हैं आप, तो you tend to make mistakes, don't you? अगर ये आपको clear है, तो exam में भी clear होना चाहिए, but then you aren't able to get it right on the OMR sheet. What happens? Is it nervousness, anxiety, exam pressure, too many thoughts in the mind, attention span issues, not able to focus a lot for 2 hours at a stretch? There could be a lot of things, Hannah, but you need to figure that out. If you're not able to figure that out all by yourself, seek help. There's no problem asking for help.
Sir, it is easy to eliminate two options, but the main conflict is between the left two options, and mostly
That
the wrong one are the one I mark.
that is why 1 lakh students don't make it to NLU panel. है ना? तो सच बोलो तो ये अच्छी बात है कि दो options confusing हैं, and I think it must be confusing. The point is, are you as well confused? Just like the other 99,000, maybe 500 people. कहीं ना कहीं कोई ना कोई word आपके लिए होगा. You need to figure that out, verify it from the passage, and mark it incorrect. So if you've got 3 incorrect answer choices, you've got the correct answer choice. I'm going to give this sheet, copy of this sheet to you, so that you can practice. और अगली बार से जब आप eliminate करेंगे ना, try to use one of these points in order to eliminate. जब इसकी आदत हो जाएगी use करने की, and I think you'll be comfortable with it. And we can only hope till you've practiced enough. right? Not right?
Uh,
हाँ बोलिए.
Sometimes the options they convey the same idea, but they're phrased in different ways. So how do we clarify which one is right and which one is wrong in that case?
Generally, इसको बोलते हैं, when you consider that the statement is either true, false, or not given, ठीक है ना? To focus on whether that piece of information may not be given in the passage at all. अगर different ways है और same idea है, तो बस words इधर उधर change होंगे, है ना? You would still be able to mark true against that answer choice. But if you're not able to mark it as true, rather false or not given, then you know that cannot be the answer. कभी भी अगर एक या दो आंसर चॉइस में कंफ्यूज है ना, तो उस आंसर चॉइस के अगेंस्ट में ट्रू फॉल्स या नॉट गिवन ट्राई कीजिए यूज करने.
Okay.
Maybe when you've got 4 answer choices, you might be overwhelmed. But take each answer choice as a question and mark it as true, false, not given. आज अगर प्रैक्टिस करेंगे 10 से 12 दिन में आपका practice will become perfect. Misleading details, easy to understand, extreme language. देखिए कुछ examples are always never completely each has to be. ये सब क्या है? They show that the language is extreme. All you have to do is verify whether similar language has been used in the passage as well. If not, then that shouldn't be your answer. Hello?
Yes.
Incomplete answer choices क्या होंगे? देखो एक तो या फिर इंट्रोडक्शन पार्ट कवर किया है, कंक्लूजन कवर नहीं किया है, तो you're not able to summarize the entire thing. You might be missing point there. ये मेन आइडिया बनने के लिए let's say 4 components चाहिए, you've got only 2. And there is another one that's got 3, and there's another one that's got all the 4 components. You understand which ones will be marked or eliminated because they're incomplete. Those which do not have all the ideas put together. है ना? जैसे let's say एक passage है जो प्रॉब्लम बताता है, प्रॉब्लम के कॉजेस बताता है, प्रॉब्लम के इम्पैक्ट्स बताता है और सोल्यूशन ऑफर है. और एक आंसर चॉइस है जिसमें सिर्फ प्रॉब्लम है, एक में प्रॉब्लम एंड कॉजेस है, एक में कॉज एंड इफेक्ट है, और एक में प्रॉब्लम, द कॉजेस एंड द इम्पैक्ट along with a possible course of action. You know which one to pick, right?
Yes.
We've got opinion versus facts. Generally, facts are used in order to present an idea, correct? वो फैक्ट वाले आंसर चॉइसेस जनरली करेक्ट होंगे या इनकरेक्ट होंगे जनरली. मेन आइडिया इज एन ओपिनियन, है ना? मेन आइडिया इज एन ओपिनियन. तो यू मस्ट ट्राई टू फिगर आउट, अगर आपके पास मेन आइडिया ऑप्शन है जिसमें ओपिनियन है और एक जिसमें फैक्ट है, you would see that you will be intent on eliminating that answer choice because that does not really meet the expectations of a main idea answer choice. अगर author का purpose है to discuss something or to analyze something, answer choice में criticism लिखा है, तो would you really mark that answer choice?
No.
Author का purpose है educate, answer choice में criticize, you wouldn't mark it, है ना? And आपने डेफिनेटली देखा है सेकंड, थर्ड, फोर्थ, मतलब जो बीच के जो पैराग्राफ्स होते हैं ना, उसमें से ढेर सारे पॉइंट्स लेके एक सेंटेंस बनाया जाता है, एक आंसर चॉइस बनाया जाता है. That is never the main point because they're generally the supporting idea of the passage. Do I make some sense here?
Yes, sir.
अगर आप आज से भी कोशिश करते हैं ना कि ये रीजंस है, चलो मान लेते हैं यही रीजंस है, या एटलीस्ट ये रीजंस तो हैं जिसके चलते we can eliminate an answer choice. We might just be able to excel on the main idea question.
Sir, I have a question. How do
Uh-huh.
I figure out which point is a major point and which point is a not very
जी,
important point?
बहुत अच्छा. I think इसको देख लेते हैं. I think this should answer your question. Anamantika? नहीं? हाँ, शायद.
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, it says the rise of digital technology has significantly transformed various aspects of modern life. Are we talking about positive or negative of digital technology? I think just one moment.
Positive.
One of the most prominent changes has been the way we communicate. Positive. Social media platforms like A, B, and C have revolutionized personal interaction by allowing users to connect with A, B, and C across the globe. These platforms have not only facilitated communication, but also created new opportunities for networking, information sharing. Everything is positive about it. ठीक है ना? Everything mentioned here is a positive about what? The rise of about the rise of
Technology.
digital technology. है ना? Now, एक बार के लिए मान लेते हैं कि we do not have um, the second paragraph. ठीक है? We do not have the second paragraph. एक बार third paragraph को opening sentence का first three words देखिए क्या लिखा है?
Despite these challenges.
Despite these challenges, यानी कि ये very clear कि अभी इससे पहले वाला जो paragraph छूट गया है, उसमें क्या discuss हुआ है?
Challenges.
And then
Negative.
it is clear that correct. It is clear that social media will continue to play a significant role in shaping the future of communication. Comes back to a positive. So, ये जो minor ideas होंगे ना, वो challenges होंगे. Because you see, the introduction and the point of conclusion talk only about the positives of the rise of digital technology so far. And the social media लिखा है यहाँ, social media must be a part of the rise of digital technology. It says, as technology evolves, it will be crucial for users to navigate these platforms mindfully and for policymakers to address the associated risks while harnessing the benefits. The balance between leveraging the positive aspects of social media and mitigating its negative effects will be essential for future developments in digital communication. Last में finally ये बताता है कि जितने भी positives हो जाए, a balance is absolutely crucial. है ना? So यानी कि there must be a reflection of the negative of digital technology, but the negative of digital technology must not be the ruling element of this article. Do I make some sense here?
Yes, sir.
अगर आप नहीं भी पढ़ोगे ना सेकंड पैराग्राफ तो यू मस्ट हैव एन आइडिया इसमें जो भी होगा नेगेटिव देखिए लास्ट सेंटेंस भी पढ़ लीजिए additionally the constant exposure to curated images and posts can contribute to mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. So the supporting idea is essential, but it's not really essential to trying to address the talk what the article is all about. बट अब ऑफ कोर्स आपका काउंटर पॉइंट ये हो सकता है कि देखो तुमने बहुत ही आसान पैसेज दे दिया पॉइंट ये है कि आप पैसेज चेंज कर दो शायद मेरे लिए फिर भी आसान रह जाए पॉइंट मेरे लिए आसान है पॉइंट आपके लिए तो आसान होना चाहिए ना समझना वही नहीं हुआ तो करेक्ट
Yes, sir.
Let's go to the analysis for the main idea of the passage. The four answer choices are social media platforms have made it easier to connect with people around the world. Positives discussed कर रहे हैं Digital technology has transformed communication, but comes with challenges such as privacy and misinformation. Social media can lead to mental health issues and misinformation. C is definitely something that we can eliminate.
Yes, sir.
Fourth, the future of digital communication will depend on managing the risks of social media. हम फ्यूचर की बात कर रहे हैं हम पॉजिटिव्स की बात तो कर ही नहीं तो पॉजिटिव्स होना चाहिए मैनेजिंग द नेगेटिव्स होना चाहिए तो आपका आंसर हो जाएगा नैतिक कुछ टाइप करना चाहते हैं आप
No, sorry, sir. वो
No,
गलती
कोई
से
बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं. But then I think you had a question. Before I move on, I would like to answer your question.
Sir, shouldn't we read the questions first before attempting the passage?
Yes, yes, absolutely correct. But देखो आज का टॉपिक क्या है?
Main
मेन
idea.
आइडिया क्वेश्चन. तो आपको तो क्वेश्चन पहले से ही पता है ना? करेक्ट.
Yes, sir.
अदरवाइज 3 सेकंड और लग जाएंगे पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में, है कि नहीं है? अच्छा चलो 10 सेकंड लग जाएंगे, 15 सेकंड, 20 पे फाइनल करें. After that you can go to the passage.
चलो बिल्ली लगा रहे हो क्या?
क्या?
कुछ नहीं सर.
देव, देव अब देव मीम वाले देव हैं.
क्या किया? अरे
हाँ, वही लगता है. All right, let's go to the step-by-step breakdown. Read the passage carefully. Have we read the passage carefully?
Yes, sir.
Did we focus on understanding both the positive and negative impacts of social media and digital technology?
Yes, sir.
We actually did not, but we figured out definitely. ये देखिए, है ना? But tell me we did not figure out तो वो गलत हो जाए. We went to the last sentence, we realized कि despite हमें फिर भी ध्यान देना हो, है ना? मेन पॉइंट आइडेंटिफाई करना है, तो हम क्या करेंगे? Did we determine or have we determined the central theme of the passage? Digital technology has, particularly social media, changing communication in significant ways, comes with both positives and negatives, pros and cons, advantages, disadvantages. Were we able to figure this out?
Yes, sir.
I think we did this as well. We kind of summarized it. It was not explicit, but we all had this in our mind about how digital technology has transformed communication, noting both the pluses and the minuses. Right? Evaluate answer choices. Tell me, what did you have in mind? A, B, C, or D?
Sir, B. It was very obvious.
It was very obvious. It was very obvious. Absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. It's really obvious. I've got something else as well for you. It is here. No, I'm really sorry. I'd like to go here. Differentiate between main idea and details. Main idea is a general statement, a generic piece of information about the past, while details are specific examples or explanations. Just देखिए, digital technology has changed communication. I'm not certain. I was answering someone's question a while ago. How do we differentiate local ideas from the more global ideas? हाँ? तो ये बताओ, ये ज्यादा ब्रॉड तो नहीं होगा डिजिटल टेक्नोलॉजी, because it's mentioned in the passage. जैसे ही it is mentioned in the passage, it's no more broad. पैसेज में सिर्फ सोशल मीडिया होता और हमने डिजिटल कम्युनिकेशन लिख दिया होता, तब ब्रॉड होता. है ना? डिटेल डेटा बेस्ड आंसर क्या होगा? एग्जाम्पल सोशल मीडिया इम्पैक्ट, प्राइवेसी इश्यूज एंड ये सारे आके आपको पता होना चाहिए कि कुछ तो गड़बड़ हो रहा. Extreme statements, always, never, completely, absolutely, only. Digital technology will completely solve communication problems would be incorrect and has transformed communication in various ways. When you verify from the passage, that will be more accurate. Wanted to take you here. From this piece of information, or these pieces of information on the left part, which is the content, if you're able to come to these pieces of information, then I think you're going to get the meaning. I'm not telling you that you will never get an answer incorrect, but at least we should make a start. And जब आपको पता है 120 क्वेश्चंस ही है, and आजकल तो 100 कट ऑफ आराम से चला गया जैसे पिछले साल. So we have to fight for each answer. Maybe you could start with adding 10 more minutes to your day to practice a little more for Clat. And धीरे-धीरे करके उस time बढ़ाएं. Then just adding time will not be helpful. That time has to be qualitative, not just quantitative. For your benefit, as I said before, there are 10 passages with 10 questions. And I think you don't need to look at the questions here because every question is a an idea question. Okay? And in order to help you with it, a Google form आपके साथ share किया जाएगा. And before the next session, which is on Wednesday, I would like you to wrap it up and post your answers using that link. हो पाएगा? हो पाएगा? नहीं हो पाएगा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. And a छोटा सा request है. I don't think I've ever made that request in my entire life. I don't look like that YouTube guy. Then, well, of course, you'll get a copy of the link to the recorded session, right? I really recommend that you like, share, and subscribe to that channel as well. Take it out. हो पाएगा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Dave, what do you think?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. I always. All right. Thank you so much. Remember, this was just a 35-minute session. It may not have helped everybody, but I'm not going anywhere. You will see me every week, unless I'm out on vacation, which doesn't look like a mere possibility. So, कोई भी question हो, you can always reach out to me. Take care. Please take care of yourself and see you on Wednesday.